Hello everyone, this is Sandra at the Whispering Well. So today I thought we'd have a look at this deck, the Tree Magic Oracle deck by Gillian Kemp. Now this has been republished. This is an older deck that has been out for a while, but it's been republished, repackaged and everything. And it's been published by Chico Books, so this is not an expensive deck. I think this was about £12, something like that. You know, the Chico Book decks do tend to be a bit cheaper. But I wanted to get it. I mean, normally I've had a few Chico Book decks before, or Seco Books, however you want to say it, decks before, and you know, they've not been the best, but they've been okay. I think I've got one left now that I've kept, but this one is, I wanted it because it's trees, and you know me and trees, and 52 magical messages drawn from the world of trees. So we get 52 cards, which is pretty good. And it says, trees are spiritual guardians of ancient wisdom and possess legendary powers of healing and insight. As intermediaries between heaven and earth, they can convey messages from both realms, enchanting to look at and inspirational to use. This box set includes 52 beautiful cards and an accompanying 64-page illustrated book that provides interpretations for all the cards and describes how to lay them out for a reading. Use the messages you receive as affirmations for meditation and protection and to predict the future. And then it tells you a little bit about the author there. Now, I'm not over fond of these boxes. I don't mind that it pulls off like that. It's just that the cards go in that bit there, and then the book slides into this bit there, and they do tend to get a little bit messy. It's not the best box construction, but it is a nice sturdy box, so there is that. So that is the box. Put that to one side. Then we've got the book, which, as it said, is a 64-page book. So it's not like overly thick. Is in colour inside, and tells you the Tree Magic Oracle Guidebook, introducing the true magic of trees, laying the cards, the messages, index of tree names and acknowledgements. So we've got here the true magic of trees, tree worship. Again here, so we've got a few pages there. We've got magical omens and superstitions, which I think is so cool. Tree dreams and omens. Reading your fortune by the trees around you. Tree divination. This is also cool, I think. Now, on laying the cards, it tells you, because some of the cards say at the top Tree of Life and some don't. So I'll just read you this bit here about laying the cards. It says there are 52 cards in the deck which represent the 52-week cycle of a tree's growth. That's really cool. The unique spirit of each tree is articulated in each card. The cards are divided into two suits, the Heaven suit and the Earth suit. The Heaven cards show what is in the air and what you may aspire to. The Earth cards, rooted in the earth, reveal your basis or foundation. Yet, as in life, the influences of heaven and earth combine and interchange. Gaze at a mirror image of a tree in a pond or lake, and the roots and branches begin to look the same, showing a visual connection exists between heaven and earth, or earth and heaven. Now, reading the power cards, there are 7 power cards in the deck which have special significance in readings. 2 are the leaders of each suit. The Tree of Heaven heads the suit of heaven, and the Judas Tree heads the suit of earth. The remaining 5 are Tree of Life cards: the Cedar Tree, the Baobab Tree, the Ash Tree, the Date Tree, and the Fig Tree. With the exception of the Judas Tree, all the power cards add a positive influence to a spread, etc. So that explains there about that. And then it's got the ratio of the 2 suits, the Tree of Life spread, So we've got quite a few, I think, spreads in here. To see the wood for the trees, the heaven and earth, yes or no spread. That can be handy sometimes, yes or no spreads. The wishing tree spread. How cool that looks though. The shape. The treetop answer spread. Tree of destiny spread. The 5 answers spread. So there's a lot. Autumn leaves, singing tree, the philosopher's tree spread, the clearing in the woods. But you know, I guess, you know, it's good to have a few spreads because it gives you a choice. You can just choose which one you think you want for that day. The tree of truth spread. And then we have the messages. So this is the individual cards, and I like that they've got all these little illustrations dotted throughout as well. So then we go to the heaven trees, the tree of heaven. So it's number 1 there is the tree of heaven, and whose name is, and it's, look at, it's in Latin. So that's Aileanthus altissima, I think it is. And then it goes into the cedar, the baobab, etc. all the way through like that. And then index of tree names. So yeah, quite a good, although it's a thin guide book, it's got quite a bit of information in it, I think. So let's have a look at the cards. These are the backs. Now, some people won't like that because it's got writing on the back. Not everyone likes that, and I agree it would have been better not to have Tree Magic written on it. But other than that, I do like the backs. So I'm not overly bothered about that. The size of the cards, now I don't have, actually I do have here a Lo Scarabeo, one of their title cards, you know, these, so we can see that they are a bit larger than a standard tarot, a bit taller, a bit wider, but not quite as big as some oracle cards are. So let's have a look here. Let's make sure you can see them. Do I need to go in a bit? Probably not really. Okay, so we have the Tree of Heaven, Aspiration, and then we've got things like Aim High, Gifts of Heaven will be granted to you, Dream, Plan and Believe. Then we start with the Tree of Life card. Remember, it told us that so many of them were Tree of Life. So we have the Cedar Tree, Duration, and I'm not going to read all of these on each card because it would take too long, but there is like a little verse, but it's done in this way across there. So that's our first Tree of Life, the Cedar Tree, which is Duration. Another Tree of Life, which is the Baobab Tree, Resourcefulness. And just for instance, this one says your thirst for knowledge will be answered by mystic thoughts in your subconscious. That's a for instance, okay, that's what it says for the Baobab Tree. The next one, Tree of Life again, is the Ash Tree, Influence. Oh, I like the pheasant down there. Then we have the Holly Tree. Look at that little robin sitting in the tree. That's Permanence. Have the Oak Tree for Strength. This is like one of my favourite trees. The Willow Tree is Wisdom. The Silver Birch Tree is Birth. It's one of my dad's favourite trees, the Silver Birch. And you know, it's showing you here like a green tree, but showing you the leaves in sort of autumn colours. We've even got some snow around this one. Well, it looks like snow. I don't know that it's meant to be actually, because I think they're all like that, yes. Maybe it's meant to be clouds. Perhaps these are the heaven trees, because it would take too long to sort out which is which, but if ones with the clouds look like they might be the heaven trees, mightn't they? So that is the silver birch. The pear tree, good relationships. The damson tree, rewards. The apple tree, romantic love. By giving love, you will be showered by love in return. Love is to see good in all things. Yeah, see, I don't know that I'm going to get on with all of these affirmations, if you like, but I don't have to take that, do I? I can just take them as they are, with the name of the tree and the one word, like this one, the dove tree, blessings. So, you know, you can use them in the way that you want to, really. The olive tree, peace. The beech tree, vitality. The rowan tree, I love rowan trees. Look at that. And the berries that are on them. There's a couple of rowan trees at my mum's. The pomegranate tree, wealth. Have the laurel tree, victory. I like that we've got all these in the four corners, that so it decorates the card a little bit. The palm tree, success. The eucalyptus tree, love revealed. Oh, look at the little guy, the little koala in the tree. The quince tree, fruitfulness. The strawberry tree, rare gifts. The cherry tree, vulnerability, and we've got a little bird in there. The magnolia tree, surprises. These are lovely when they're out in flower. They don't flower for long, but they are nice when you see them. We have the juniper tree, security. I love juniper berries. I love using them in like herbal blends and in spell work and stuff. And even the leaves of juniper trees as well. The larch tree, good news. Oh, I love the little deer. The elder tree, protection. So yes, those that were all sitting on here were on white clouds. So those were our heaven trees, as I thought. So all of those were our heaven trees and our tree of life. So now we have the earth trees. So we have the Judas tree. As you can see, they're all sitting on earth in these ones. The Judas tree, seduction. Let's see what it says for the Judas tree. Your own passion may cause you suffering. Keep alert to what is not yet in sight. Danger can be avoided. Okay. The date tree, a granted wish. And this is another tree of life, as you can see up here. It says tree of life. And we have another one, the fig tree, enlightening love, which is another tree of life. Then we have the pine tree, love pine trees. I love pine cones as well. Bird in the tree. The almond tree, a windfall. Well, wouldn't that be nice? A windfall, yes. We could all do with that. The orange tree, communication. The lime tree, happiness. It's a lovely butterfly. The poplar tree, duplicity. Cypress tree, equilibrium. The laburnum tree, prosperity. Laburnum's lovely as well. The elm tree is faith. The mimosa tree is fulfillment. The sweet chestnut tree, growth. The mulberry tree, insight. The walnut tree is resilience. The mahogany tree, confidence. The peach tree, pleasure. The hazelnut tree with a cute little squirrel is good luck. The yew tree is renewal. Love yew trees too. The alder tree, or alder tree, a challenge. The hawthorne tree, oh, this is one of my favourites. I've got a lovely hawthorne tree right outside the front door. Transformation. And the hawthorn is a tree of the fae as well. The ginkgo tree, joy. The teak tree, superiority. Oh, the maple tree with another cute little squirrel is acclaim. The tulip tree, adaptability. And the monkey puzzle tree, which is a solution. So yeah, so that's the full deck, guys. You know, I think they're quite nice. Cardstock is a little bit thin, but it's not the worst I've felt. It is glossy, as you can see, but it's not too bad. It'd be great if you riffle shuffled, I think. And yeah, overall I do really like it. I love trees. I like these sort of words at the bottom, the one word. With some of them I might not take too much notice possibly of some of what is written here if it doesn't kind of resonate with me, but some of them may do, so we'll just see. But I shall try the spreads that are in the book though, because some of them look really cool. So yeah, so that was a look at the Tree Magic Oracle by Gillian Kemp, and it's published by Chico or Seco Books. Okay guys, so I hope everyone is doing okay, and I'll be back soon with another walkthrough, and I'll talk to you then. Bye.